Welcome to a new Daily Top Askreddit video. Today's topic: which fictional character would still be alive if other characters had used a bit of common sense? All of the deaths in Jurassic World stem from one scene when no one was using common sense. We can't get a visual on the creature, it must have escaped its enclosure. I'll go in to investigate. Wait, before you enter a death trap with a genetically modified killing machine / abomination, why don't we turn on the tracking device to see where it is? Oh yeah. It would have been pretty stupid to have rushed in when you were literally about to activate its chip. Ha, it's still there. Oh, now I see it, looks like it can camouflage. Good thing we didn't release it to go on a killing spree in the park. Now go spend some time with your nephews like you promised, you insensitive bitch. Should we go check via the maintenance entrance or just open that big ass door? I believe they went in through a small man-sized door, and then when trying to escape the worker opened the bigger door. King Kong. In retrospect, maybe New York City wasn't the smartest place to bring a gigantic gorilla. He would have fitted in perfectly in Florida. Would they even have noticed him in Australia? I mean, they already have giant everything else. Romeo and Juliet. Yeah, when have teenagers with a boner ever done anything with common sense though? Not them, everyone around them. If they'd just let them make out a bit and then actually had to have a conversation with each other instead of making eyes and thinking about naked activities, it would have sorted itself out. Sirius Black. Come on, Dumbledore. Really? Harry too. He literally gave you something to use in case you needed to contact him, and instead you decide to break into the Naz's office and then the Department of Fucking Mysteries where your friend's father was almost murdered a few months ago. In Harry's defense, he didn't know what the package that Sirius gave him was. He assumed, not unreasonably, that it was something that might risk Sirius getting arrested. To add to this, in the book, Harry actually uses Professor Umbridge's fireplace to contact Sirius via the Flu network, and Sirius never brings up the two-way mirror as a more secure method of communication. Edit: Holy banana bread, this is now my 4th most popular comment. The gloom of Grimmauld Place parted, and a gleaming silver doe walked towards Sirius. Her beautiful head tilted, and her long starlight lashes fluttered. She opened her mouth, and the deep voice of Snape said, "Hey, fucker, are you still at your house?" A major part of the Dothraki army. Sending them all straight ahead in pitch black was, IMO, a questionable decision. In the snow, no less. Because we all know how accustomed to fighting in the snow they are. And with weapons that wouldn't work against the whites, that was the original plan. They didn't know that Melisada would come and light their arcs on fire. The entire GOT fan base would still be alive if they used common sense on the last 2 seasons. I've never seen a fan base die so quickly. Marvin from Pulp Fiction. Poor guy. Who swings a gun around like that without a safety on? Vincent, because he was a sloppy idiot. Vincent also died because he was a sloppy idiot. Edit: yes, I was unaware he was on heroin. Still a dummy. Pretty much everybody from Jurassic Park 2. Each set up a defensible position after capturing a bunch of herbivores to bring back for a park in San Diego. Then Nick, Vince Voff, breaks out all the dinosaurs, which proceed to rampage through the camp, destroying the perimeter walls. Since he's been sniffing glue since kindergarten, Nick decides it would be a fantastic idea to bring an injured baby T-Rex back to his team. This predictably draws in the parents, which eat Eddie. After being rescued by the EJ team, who he just screwed over and endangered, Nick sabotages the bullets in the elephant gun the lead EJ contractor carries. You know, the one weapon they have against the T-Rexes whose fury Nick brought down on them. When the hunter has the T-Rex in his sights, he is unable to put the animal down and save everyone. This leads to a few of them getting eaten and the rest running right into raptor territory and mostly getting picked off. After losing all of the plant-eating dinosaurs and already having a tranquilized T-Rex sitting there, the only way for EJ to recoup their losses for the trip is to bring the Rex back instead. Which kicks off the disaster in San Diego. The movie talks about Nick being in a fringe movement of Greenpeace. Apparently, he's supposed to be a fanatical animal rights activist. Based on his decisions, I think he's more of suicidally stupid crusader against human lives. But really, the masterstroke of idiocy, the magnum opus of moronic ineptitude, is performed by Sarah, Julianne Moore. This experienced field researcher travels to a dangerous island alone and without means of communication, endangering herself and the rescue team. She gets close enough to touch the dinosaurs, all while chastising the others and saying they can't disrupt so much as a blade of grass. All of that is bad enough, but then she performs surgery on the baby T-Rex that Numbskull Nick brought to the camp. Then this expert in her field travels across the island in a vest covered in the baby T-Rex's blood, despite 1. Knowing the T-Rex's track by scent, 2. Seeing the T-Rexes act vindictive when it comes to their child, 3. And having the goddamn blood pointed out to her by Ege's big game hunter. She still wears the vest and leads the T-Rex to the survivors. She only realizes her mistake when the Rex is poking its head into her tent. Too stupid to live is a well-known movie trope. Somehow these characters surpass that label and are too stupid for anyone else to survive their idiocy. My man Eddie had it rough, saves everyone's ass and gets ripped in half by 2 T-Rexes and no one even acknowledged his death except one line from Goldblum. They don't deserve my man Eddie. The Jedi. If Archie had some sense. Or if Yoda did. Or if the 3 masters that had gone with Mace Windu didn't get their butts kicked in seconds. Seriously, how the hell did these guys even gain the rank of master? Nobody could possibly be prepared for an old man to screech like a banshee and spin jump at you like that. Or if they'd acted on any bit of the mountain of evidence they got something was up in the Clone Wars. They didn't start investigating the origins of the clones until 3 years into the war. I saw Skyfall the other day. Don't keep the cyber-terrorist in a cell completely controlled by computers for some reason, and then plug his computer into that system and allow it to run executables. And don't have a very convenient escape route very close to his cell. I enjoyed Skyfall, and I think it is a gorgeous movie. The plot is insanely stupid at every turn. After the escape, their plan to defeat Silver is to use an untraceable vehicle to leave London so he can't follow them and then use a computer to create a false trail to where they are actually going. They want to lure Silver to Bond's Scottish mansion in the middle of nowhere to kill him. Do they coordinate with MI6 to send an assassin team? Do they send Scotland Yard? The SAS? No, they decide that Bond can probably handle it with whatever old hunting weapons might still be lying around the mansion. And in the end, the bad guy succeeds in his plan to kill M and end his own life, but somehow Bond and MI6 consider this a bittersweet victory. You failed completely. Love this plot hole. Let's go ahead and not air gap our systems from each other because /__. They literally did the drop a flash drive in the parking lot and hope some moron plugs it in. This question's practically written for the friends of Dirk Zoolader. I'm sad now. Anyone want to get me a orange mocha frappuccino? Holy God. I had completely forgotten about this scene. That is hilarious. It's not like nobody else has lost their friends in a random gasoline fight. Quicksilver. He has been shown to be faster than bullets. Then get shot. WTF. Such a waste of a fantastic character. Icor, have you seen the OSP video on character deaths? I highly recommend. Everyone in Evil Dead, if people would stop reading ominous Latin. Hey look. I found this really creepy old book bound in human skin, written in blood, and full of obviously evil dumb shit. I should read aloud from it. Honestly. I might have done it too. How were they supposed to know they were in a horror movie? Mike from Breaking Bad. Oops, just realized I could have got the names from Lydia. Sorry for killing you, dude. Shut the fuck up and let me die in peace. Also, shooting him wouldn't have made him give up the names anyways. It was all just pointless rage, basically what Walter had become. I'm going to go ahead and up the scale there. Literally everyone that dies after Gus dies wouldn't have had to die if Gus had taken a minute and realized that Walt was just protecting Jesse and not tried to kill him, then pretty much everyone would still be alive. Seriously. All the characters are pissed at Walt for blowing up Gus's operation. Bruh, you guys literally tried to kill him. Gun to his head, backed him into a corner, only his cooking skills keeping him alive after Jesse killed Gab, but for how long? Of course Walt was going to blow shit up. 299 people would still be alive in the John Wick universe if Iosef Tarasov didn't kill his puppy. The guy is a fucking legend, of course he is going to hunt you down for killing his puppy. Never piss off the Boo Gamer. My favorite scene from that movie, calling Leguizamo, asking I hear you hit my son. Why? Because he stole John Wick's car and killed his dog. Oh. Kills me every time, one of the best ways to establish gravitas. Not the Boo Gamer, the guy you sent to kill the fucking Boo Gamer. My entire D&D party, sorry guys. Every D&D party, if we're being honest. All of our DR2's cast would live to the first game if Dutch would understand that a guy you've had for 6 months is less trustworthy than the man you've raised for 20 years. Edit. Just to clear it up, Mika not being trusted would prevent the Blackwater incident, so the gang wouldn't need to flee. If they didn't flee, Strauss never lends money, therefore, Arthur wouldn't contract TB from the debtor. At least they did kill Charles. What about Lenny? He's got a plan. You just gotta have faith. Tahiti.